Hi everyone, I am Corione, your witch in residence here on YouTube. Let's start by just saying, hey everybody, welcome to the new year. I hope you all had a fantastic holiday season, but just like any 9 to 5 job, we've had our holidays, now it's time to get back to work. And to get back to work today, I want to talk about the social network. Now, before we get too deep into the video, I do want to say, guys, you were absolutely amazing last year. You managed to get this channel up a whole lot of subscriptions, but I'm hoping to hit 1,000 before my 1 year anniversary. And to do that, I need your help. To that end, I'm going to ask that if you can, please like, share, and if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel. It would really help me out. Getting to that 1,000 means I'm that much closer to getting monetized. If I get monetized, that means there's a good chance I can start doing more videos for you guys. And ultimately, I think we can all agree that is something we all want. Now, with that obligatory ritual out of the way, let's discuss the social network. Now, when I watched this video the first time, I didn't actually know any of the background on Facebook. Like any standard plebeian out there, I just went on Facebook and chatted with random people I knew in high school. But watching this, it made me realize that first, whatever Zuckerberg is, he actually attempts to reproduce sexually, which is amazing because I thought robot mantis people wouldn't. But, there we go. And second, it made me realize how far obsession can go. I mean, when you think about it, he literally created a multi-billion-dollar company because he really, really wanted to get with this one girl in university. And, you know, there are times where certain minor obsessions are okay, right? Some of us will take weeks and paint miniatures for a game that we maybe only play a handful of times. Or we, get obsessed with getting our car tuned just right. Some of these are okay. But obsession taken to an unhealthy degree can be very dangerous, right? It can lead to a downfall in a lot of things and put you in a very negative, very dark place. So, which I think we actually see a lot in the social network where he wound up dedicating his life to this goal of becoming absolutely rich and powerful so that a girl that barely noticed him in university would like him. And, that's really kind of sad when you think about it. I've worked with a lot of people who are addicts, and the general rule of thumb that we've all come to consensus on what an addiction is it's when you put the item that you're obsessed with above your need to function in society. Now, be that work, be that your friends and family and well being among those, be it your status, the things that you value, when you are putting those completely away to their detriment in favor of a concept, right? Or a thing that you cannot think of anything else about, that's a dangerous obsession. That is going too far. And we need to be able to recognize that in ourselves and be able to take a step back. For those who don't know, I am a huge fan of anything involving big stompy robots. Be that Transformers, be that Battletech, be that Pacific Rim. Like anything involving a big stompy robot I will get into. But I have some ground rules for myself to keep my obsession into the fun part of obsession. Okay? Which is I never spend more on my Transformers than I allot myself per month. Okay? I never allow it to take up more space in the room that I keep them than would deny the functionality of the space. So right now they're in the great library here. And if my Transformers end up taking up more space than was in the library, that would be my limit. And the third one is I will not put my giant stompy robots before my family. And that's probably the most important rule to me. And so I think it's important that when you start realizing you're really into something, to set those limits for yourself. I know a lot of people, for example, that will set I am only allowed to to play video games until this point in the evening, and then I have to stop, take some time off of it to decompress, and then go to bed. And that's okay. You are still a gamer if you do not play all night until the wee small hours of the morning and then go risk your job by not being at your best when you go to work. Okay? You are still a a fan of car shows and cars if you don't go to every one of the car shows to the detriment of missing a family function. Okay? You need to keep the perspective of what things you value most and design rules for yourself so that you don't inadvertently violate those things that you value. Because that's when we go from slightly obsessed to a dangerous obsession, right? And, love is one of those incredibly powerful things, right? We all need it, we all crave it. It is always the most in demand thing on this planet and also the most finite of resources. And that is why I've always believed that if one finds love, one should hold on to it for everything they're worth. But sometimes people get obsessed with a specific love. And that can be very dangerous too. Because if you're putting your love of somebody else before your safe, sane, and consensual behavior, then not only are you risking jail time, but you're risking hurting the one that you're so obsessed with. So I do recommend taking a step back and setting rules for yourself for relationships if you find that you are easily drawn into obsessions. Consider that you set a rule that one night a week, guaranteed, you're going to spend it on working on you. That during your work hours, you're going to focus on work and not on your crush. Okay? And that perhaps it's not the most important thing that you drop absolutely everything if your crush asks for something. Okay? These are suggestions. They are not definitives. But it is something I would like you to all consider setting rules for yourself. Now, in the comments today, I would love to hear about what you guys are obsessed with. What is that thing that you are a super fan of? Okay? Let's discuss them. Let's talk about the things that we very healthily enjoy, right? Be it, for example, the wise and powerful Doomcock's obsession with Scotch, or if you guys want to hear more about my big Stompy robot collection, which is getting very impressive at this point. For those who are Transformers fans, the original 80s cartoon, the G1 series as it's called in lore, I'm missing all but 2 bots that appeared on screen in that series. So it's kind of fun and it's kind of wild, and this is what I do to enjoy and relax. Is I pull out my big Stompy robots and look at my big Stompy robot collection. I play BattleTech and I'm a huge fan of the lore, which I do recommend you guys checking out because it's basically good Game of Thrones in space. And instead of having knights on armored horseback, it's dudes running around in big giant Stompy robots beating the heck out of each other. Which, if anyone's a fan of big giant Stompy robots that the riders behave like medieval knights, this series might be for you, and I really encourage you to check it out. All right, guys, with all of that said and done, do think about it. Think about your obsessions and make sure that they're staying healthy. And if you feel that they are not healthy anymore, please consider reaching out for help. It doesn't have to be professional help. There's a reason why we have friends. And if you don't feel comfortable talking to your friends, I will always be here for you guys. Okay, so feel free to reach out to me. Feel free to reach out to any healthcare professional if you find yourself going a bit too far and you want the help. Because believe it or not, we all want to help. Okay, we all want to be there for each other. That's how societies work, is we take care of each other. And I'm there for you. I know your fellow YouTubers out here, and this community is here for you. Because honestly, I have the best community on YouTube. At least that's what I believe. And I am part of a larger network of communities that is built and designed for all of us to help each other. So let's take advantage of that if you feel that your obsession is getting to an unhealthy place. Now, with all that in mind, I'm going to close off the video here. I just wanted to say thank you again. Merry meet, merry part, merry meet again. Take care, everybody.